Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your meetings more engaging. By the end of this video, you'll have clarity about how to get your workmates to high-five you for running your last team meeting. In this video, you'll learn how to choose one person to make your next meeting more engaging. You'll learn how to get more done in your next meeting. You'll learn how to make your next meeting more engaging and raise the morale of all your teammates. Stick around, and at the end, I'll share a story of how I made a 12-hour board meeting so engaging that somebody said it was the best. The first tip is to pick one person to be your MC at your next meeting. This person can raise the energy of the meeting, they can smooth out the meeting, and they can make sure that you get everything done in a timely manner. One of the things that you can do is you can have your MC maybe introduce people, for instance, like as an NBA game, do some key announcement for them, play music when they walk on or as they're introduced into the meeting. You can share some fun facts about meetings that most people don't know about. So that's one of the ways you can start off with the energy. The MC's job is to keep the meeting going all the time. They know how much time to spend on one of the issues, when to move on, when you might take longer for that, and how to keep the meeting going all the way through to the end of the meeting. The MC is the key person who can manage time and look about when you might need to speed up in a meeting, when you might need to slow down, when you might want to spend more time on an issue, and when you might want to park it off to the side and take care of it later when it might be better for your team. The second tip that I have for your team meeting is to get stuff done. While that sounds easy, if you get stuff done early in the meeting, it's a signal to your team that you're having success and that they'll make more success along the way. When Rudy Giuliani actually became the mayor of New York in the early stage, he didn't tackle the education system for 1 million students. Very difficult, by the way, to fix. Instead, he got the window washers off of the street. These are the homeless people who might have sprayed a rag, tried to clean your window, and then asked you for money. He was able to get those people off and into social programs, but it made an immediate difference to New Yorkers who started writing about it in the press. That one success allowed him to have further success in bigger challenges, such as 9/11 when he was the mayor. So get things done in your meeting, get things done early, and see if you can get things done all the way through your meeting. If you're enjoying this meeting, make sure and click the button and subscribe and hit the bell so you get all the latest notifications for all the next videos that I'm going to put up. My next tip to make your next team meeting more engaging is to share. A team meeting is the best time to collaborate and share the information that you have. For instance, if you're a sales team, share a new technique that might be working with one of the salespeople. If you're in a team, share information about your product or about how you're having success with a customer. This is one of the greatest ways is to share information. For instance, when I was at Microsoft, there were no meetings to share testing information about how to test software. So one of the ways I could be perceived as an early leader was to put leaders from different test groups together and share what was happening in each of the different groups. That was one of the ways that I got promoted faster while at Microsoft. My next team tip is to make your team meetings valuable. Look for all the different ways that it can add value to the people there. It really should be more valuable than taking that time and spending it on a client or selling or something else. So look for what topics that you can create that would be valuable for the team. Things they can't get anywhere else, information you can share from above that they don't have access to, things around the market that they may not have time to look around. This is the way that you can make your team meeting more valuable, is to share key information that they can't get anywhere else that of course helps them in their job. Ask them too, what was valuable from this meeting? And you'll find that they will tell you what was and wasn't valuable, so you know how to deliver more of it. One way to make your team meeting more engaging is to share success. One of the ways is to find the different teammates in your team who are having success, and then use your team time to share that success to the rest of the team. One of the key parts is that success usually begets more success, as opposed to talking to problems and only fixing them. In one experiment, there were 2 bowling teams. The students were all videotaped in these 2 different bowling teams. In one bowling team, they really showed them the footage of what they did wrong and what to do better and how to fix that. That team improved by like 10%. So their average was 100 and it went to 110. But in the second group, what they did is only show them what they did right in the bowling frames. And that group improved too. But this time they improved 100%. By sharing success in your teams, you'll find that you'll get more success for your teams as opposed to just looking only at the problems. My final tip for creating more engaging team meetings is to look about how to get other teammates to give kudos, not just you. So open up a time when people can give a shout out to another team member. Quite often you'll find that more things are happening on your team, such as one teammate helping another with a challenge they may be having or working together in a sale. So by having those kudos, it's a great time to share the behaviors that you want to see more of inside of your team. More success, more collaboration, more sharing. In this story, I'm going to share how we really made what sounds like a crazy meeting more engaging. I went out and I scheduled a 12-hour board meeting for a new board that I became president for. And everyone thought I was nuts. Who wants to go to a 12-hour board meeting? But here are some of the things that I used to make that 12-hour board meeting one of the best. The first one is change the location. We actually had this meeting on a boat. A previous board member volunteered his boat for this trip. And so I thought I'd extend the day and really try and maximize the time on the boat. The second part is I made every part valuable and meaningful. One of the top goals was to make sure that everybody knew who each other was during this point. One of the top exercises I borrowed from Patrick Lencioni, the author of the book 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And he says his best exercise still for top teams and top executives all the way down to the janitors is to share a challenging childhood story of yourself. And so everyone got an opportunity to do that on this boat, and that immediately made deeper connections with other people. The next tip that I had was give longer than expected breaks. We're on a boat. We should really try and maximize our time here. So I gave a lunch break that was 90 full minutes. So you had time to get an entire lunch and, most importantly, sit down and meet one of the other members and have a deep conversation with them. For dinner, I gave a complete 2-hour break. And so that 2-hour break, again, have dinner, we got a chance to see the sunset, and also I gave them an assignment to work on to report back when we all rejoined together. All of these things combined together to create a 12-hour board retreat where we achieved our top goals. We made some great decisions for the future of our association, and most of all, people came back and said that was one of the best board retreats they had ever been on. If you found this video helpful in making your next team meeting more engaging, well then I've got a gift for you. Normally I have a masterclass that people pay $100 or more for, but in this case, I'm going to give it to you for free. When you complete the 6 steps to more engaging in-person masterclasses, you'll learn how to engage people immediately, how to have people thank you for running the meeting, and have your top management make sure and notice how well your meetings are and how much you get done. Just click the link down below in the description.